Okay, we got another brand new episode of the Suicide Squad Insider, this time titled Meet the Support Squad. I believe it was mentioned yesterday that we're going to get a look at some of the supporting cast that are going to be featured in this game. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. If you are too, hit that like button. Let's see Suicide Squad Insider Episode 2. Rated M for mature. Nice.
All the fun is right here.
Hello, I'm Axel Ridby, game director here at Rocksteady Studios.
I'm Darius Sadigian, studio director at Rocksteady Studios.
Oh,
We're so
Arkham
excited
Knight,
to welcome
Robin.
you all to episode 2 of our ongoing series, Suicide Squad Insider. In our last episode, we gave you a look at our combat system that combines story, powerful traversal abilities, iconic melee
Boomerang.
attacks, and explosive gunplay to offer something truly unique.
Hello, beautiful.
We wanted to challenge ourselves. We wanted to expand and really push ourselves in terms of making something new and fresh.
Light him up.
When first introduced, the free-flow combat of Batman Arkham
Oh.
Asylum broke new ground and set
Yeah.
a standard that is still popular today.
Yes.
In that spirit, the Rocksteady team decided to delve into new mechanics.
If you're playing solo, you have the power to make combat in our game unique to you while making your way through our story campaign.
Okay.
If you decide to play co-op with friends, you can each become an expert with your playstyle and customize builds, creating a powerful squad unlike any other.
Each
Interesting.
person can offer a different benefit to the play experience.
We're
were
super
they?
excited to see those sort of team play synergistic effects happen.
You want a high five?
Up high.
In the Suicide
Nice.
Squad, the world, the narrative, all our features evolve through the lens of DC lore.
Fans for the DC
Oh.
universe are going to be really excited for this. Not only are we bringing characters back that we've used in the Arkham series, but we're introducing new ones.
You
Lex.
can call me Colonel Rick Flag.
Oh,
We
okay.
want players to feel like they explored the DC universe with us, not just through the story, but also through the mechanics.
Oh,
Ah, no lasso? You gotta be kidding me.
In this
Oh,
episode,
that's so
we meet some of
sick.
the iconic DC characters who will be helping
Oh.
our anti-heroes to take on their impossible missions.
Gizmo.
Awesome.
Through conversations with our team, our voice cast, and our playtesters,
nice.
along with extended gameplay, we'll give you a preview of some of the amazing new possibilities we're excited about with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
I do like when they put this stuff together to just give us a
Wait.
bit of an inside look.
Which superheroes did you say you were again?
This is Suicide Squad Insider, episode 2.
It's just nice, you know, getting a look behind the scenes and seeing the development process. I really love stuff like this, and I hope we get more of
The
this.
RPG systems
games in the
are
future.
connective tissue inside of the game. Things like weapon customization, talent customization, things that really
Oh, that's
let
very
players
Borderlands.
get into how they want their character to play.
Now, let's begin.
We
That
built
is
this
very
game
Borderlands.
with limitless strategic and personal options.
Players craft their own character within a character. Everyone can pick not only their favorite, but really make a character that's their own.
There's really
Okay.
high skill ceiling mechanics in this game where as you learn to traverse, as you learn to combine your character's abilities more and more, you become better, your character becomes
Traversal
stronger,
does look fun.
and in the story of the game, you're taking on stronger and stronger threats.
We have this
Clean.
perspective of always tying back to the narrative and always giving context around the mechanics. With the DC world out there, it just gave us unlimited potential.
With the Arkham games, you could modify some elements of Batman himself. We knew early on, going with an action shooter was an opportunity to go down a new path and try out new mechanics with a new type of game.
Someone's been busy. How'd you have time to make all this?
In our last episode, we showed the Suicide Squad recruiting the Penguin for Argus.
Okay, Waller. We bagged Penguin.
He goes back to the Hall of Justice
Oh,
to start
that's
helping
so
the squad
sick.
out.
I'm taking authority.
Since we last showed you the Justice League's HQ, it's had a makeover from Amanda Waller and her team. And it's now the forward operating base for Argus's fight
Okay.
against Brainiac.
So this is home base. All right, all right.
So when considering gameplay, we knew we needed an arms dealer.
You need a good gun runner.
For us, it's been great to bring Penguin back from the Arkham days. We love working with this character.
What he gives you is lots of options for upgrading individual weapons, crafting.
Whoa,
It
what the
feels
hell?
like you're actually interacting with Penguin when you're crafting these items. And that's really where Penguin as a character comes to life in the game.
You get to build them up, creating some really unique combinations, and you can play
Yeah,
the
this-
game in a way that's unique to you.
Fully reminds me of Borderlands, which is nice.
We have
I mean, I
weapons
love the
based on
Borderlands
different
franchise.
manufacturers.
Star Labs, we have Amortech, we have LexCorp, we have
Yep.
DCPD, and they all come with different flavors.
Lex is a very scientific man, right? The guns are very scientific in nature. They have very specific recoil patterns and spread patterns, almost like they are calculated. Then we have ammo check, which is more improvised weaponry, really fast fire rates, high ammo capacity, but it kicks like a donkey.
And once you've unlocked those manufacturers, you can go to Penguin and ask him to sort of craft specific weapons in those manufacturers.
Different guns will play with different styles. Maybe you've got a Deadshot focused on critical hits, on headshots. That might mean that you want to favor a legendary gun which works with that playstyle.
Nice, nice, nice.
Penguin is only
the
one
gun
member
just gets
of what
more
we call the
insane.
support squad.
Toot toot, scumbags.
There are various supervillains that the squad have begged, stolen, or borrowed from.
For players who just want to play through the story, they'll get the full arsenal to be able to take on the Justice League. But for players who really want to sort of maximize their characters, the support squad missions unlock really good features.
Our designers have put a lot of effort into making sure that when you play the game, you can have a very different experience from someone else.
Let's meet the rest of the support squad.
There's a lot on
we
my
can see
screen
the
at once.
scientist Gizmo, who has set up shop in the basement of the Hall of Justice.
You're perfect.
We know.
His primary contribution to the squad is the sort of airdropped vehicles that you can use for combat.
You're getting into this flying vehicle with rockets and
That's a little weird.
You can sort of blow shit up. And the havoc you can create is outstanding.
Each character from
But again, very Borderlands.
offers the player a different way of interacting with the game.
I've been trying on the name Toyman.
More like annoy man. Am I right?
Toyman is one character that helps you actually figure out ways of defeating the Justice League.
I think I call him
He's a
Toy Master.
tech-born
Yeah,
genius
Toy Man.
who wants nothing more than to help save Metropolis. He can't quite come to terms with the fact that his heroes are now the villains.
I can't quite come to
Changing
terms
stuff
with
is
that
my
fact
middle
either.
name.
You can unlock more and
these are
more
the melee
things
weapons?
you can do with Toyman to enhance your gear.
Does he even
If
need?
you want to really
Can't you just
perfect
punch
the gear
people?
to really suit how you like to play the game, Toyman's the character to talk to.
Okay.
I'm Hack. Hack is this sort of electronic astral projection.
Anything that has electricity, Hack can manifest through.
By working with
Sick.
Hack and increasing your talent points over the course of the
Yeah,
game,
these three
you can
skill
unlock
trees,
a
man.
whole myriad of different abilities.
For example, with Harley, you can increase her grenade damage.
Thank you.
Alongside the talent tree, we have what we call the
Definitely
combat
turning those
combo
damage
system.
numbers off.
As you're doing these more intricate moves, you build up your combo faster, and the higher that combo is, the more talents you activate.
Oh, this tough love.
Oh, clean.
Hack also uses her abilities to literally hack Brainiac's comms, so you get to listen in on what the Justice League
Oh
is
my
talking about.
God.
You also get to hear their sort of corrupted personalities and
Oh,
how
no.
different they are from the heroes you once knew.
We have complete control, Brainiac.
Now let's talk about one more member of our support squad. Another infamous DC villain that Director Waller once recruited.
Spoilers.
At this point in the game, the squad has discovered evidence that Poison Ivy may be alive.
Ivy.
What?
Poison Ivy?
Huh?
Dead Poison Ivy after Scarecrow gave Gotham a crop dusting.
For
Correct.
fans who paid close attention in Arkham Knight, they will remember that when Poison Ivy died, she left behind a little sprout.
I got a real strong hunch she ain't pushing up daisies no more.
And in this game, you discover that that sproutling has been cared for by some people who may have had their own motivations for doing so. But in the chaos of Metropolis, she's escaped.
Find her.
What?
Bring her to me for questioning.
Using special technology they've acquired, the Suicide Squad is tracking Ivy down.
Whoa.
Ivy's in the city. This tracker will lead you to her.
Unless y'all want to end up a poorly plated spring mix, you
I will
better
say the
put
city
me
does
in
look like
charge
a
and
little
let
empty,
me
you
talk
know?
to Ives first.
So in playing solo, players can switch between any of the characters. You'll get to experience all the
Very
different
nice.
playstyles across all of the different missions.
Yeah, I'm definitely playing this solo. I like that. Oh my God, Poison Ivy is in the game. I remember we were thinking that.
Thought she'd be taller. Are you serious right now? Poison Ivy is a redhead. This is a plant. You might be the dumbest.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, I think we saw this, but like at a different time of day in one of the last, like one of the older trailers. Maybe not the rest of this stuff, but like that giant plant sprouting out of the ground. I remember seeing that and being like, wait, is Poison Ivy coming back? And I guess she's back. Oh boy, big reveal.
There's my girl.
Okay.
not made of meat. Is this what you call a vegetarian option?
I don't know you, but
King Shark is great.
my pheromones remember you.
Interesting.
Strange emotions.
Tell me about it. Wasn't expecting you to come in fun size.
So I guess she was literally reborn?
You really don't know me? Harley and Ivy forever? In 10-story burning letters?
Nope.
Damn.
Jeez.
The character models are
Lex
insane,
really
by the
did
way.
a number on you, huh, Red? He dressed you up in that outfit, too?
No. I took it when I broke out. He shut me in a room in his tower. If I worked on the things he wanted, I got a whole hour of sunlight every day.
What did he want?
Weapons, making them more effective against the alien invaders. You know, they're very susceptible to plant toxins. And, I know all about plant toxins.
We know. That's why they call you Poison Ivy.
It's just Ivy, weirdo.
Where's Lex now?
I don't know. Something spooked him, I guess. He got in his big robot suit and stomped off.
Oh, that's sick.
Ooh, I know that look.
I would love for Lex to be a playable character.
The corrupted things that are coming. All of them. They're poisoning the earth with their gross bodies. So I lured them here.
She's got a cape. So yeah, she was literally reborn.
I like it.
And now she's like young.
This is my friend Daphne. We'll make all the aliens choke to death on spores. You make sure Daphne doesn't die, or you're next.
Waller, be advised Lex is AWOL in a power suit, and Ivy's an eco-terrorist middle schooler. Deadshot out.
How'd we end up hugging a giant plant? I have allergies. Anyone care? Ah!
Here's a brief look at the mission that follows your first encounter with Ivy.
Man, if there's one
You'll see
thing
a
I really
variety of
can't
custom
knock
builds
this game,
and loadouts that draw on the power of DC villains.
it's the graphics, man. Visually, it's really impressive.
Split up your squad to attack from different directions.
Our asses won't get kicked just standing here. Now go defend!
Combat in this game revolves around 3 core
I do wish the enemies just looked a little
gunplay, and
different.
melee. Someone like Deadshot can take a vantage point, can provide cover fire.
Cool.
You can find wild ways to
Man,
upgrade your
Captain
melee
Boomerang
attack.
looks so much fun.
With the Great Suspender, a single boomerang can launch several enemies off the ground.
See, he uses boomerangs. He uses boomerangs. See?
Harley's gun is from the Bane's Rage set. Landing a critical hit spawns a power-up that can infuse other weapons like grenades with Bane's Rage, making them more powerful.
Get the invaders off
Cool.
Daphne! Quickly! Those aliens pollute everything!
King Shark's loadout here includes Black Mask's Bulletstorm and the Heatwave's Molten Shield to synergize.
I wish he was just like a
He was triggered with
full-on like
Bulletstorm effect, which
brute
means that he's now
brawler.
immune from damage thanks
Like,
to the Heatwave's Molten Shield.
I need that,
making
you
this
know?
a perfect opportunity to get in close.
It would have been really cool if there was at least this one character was like, yep, no, he just is a tank
This
that
mission
uses
is where we
specifically
introduce
melee
afflictions,
only.
Elemental attacks from Ivy's plants that draw on the powers of different DC villains. Use an affliction to freeze your enemies before you deliver an explosive finale.
Cool. The gameplay looks pretty smooth. I'm not gonna lie.
Have you secured Ivy?
You gotta sneeze into your arm, King Shark.
I'm a funny story.
Although she doesn't remember her old life, Ivy is still a deadly expert with toxins, and she can offer your builds an interesting new feature, afflictions.
The results are so neat.
When you manage to recruit her, she comes back to the Hall of Justice as kind of like a loose cannon, precocious toddler who also has terrifying genetic engineering powers.
Then we introduce the concept of afflictions. Players can apply these afflictions to their melee weapons, their grenades, so they can mix and match different things for the encounter.
Oh.
And each affliction ties back to a DC character.
So we have 4 afflictions. Diablo Blaze sets people on fire, burns them over time. But you can't shield harvest them. We have Deep Freeze, freezes people. You can shatter them with your guns, but they are pretty resistant to melee damage.
Nice.
They won't drop ammo when they die.
At any point, you could have up to 2 different elemental afflictions, then add in the 3 other players. So what you've got there is lots of different ways to engage with enemies.
Your fight is far from over.
So at Rocksteady, what we sort of pride ourselves on is investigating how players play. Do they get the language that we're trying to create? We had an amazing opportunity to get a group of proper gamers from the community involved in the development process pretty early.
Some of the characters, the mission types during the story, I'd definitely say this has got a Rocksteady stamp on it.
The experience of
content creator
the Justice League is really fluid, really smooth, it feels really polished. It's chaos in a good way.
I couldn't.
It's very fast and very momentum.
You couldn't get me on?
And I think there's a lot of verticality to it.
No other game that makes you feel so free and powerful.
Hey, yo, Rocksteady!
You also have this deep building of your character with a more superhero twist. For example, I kind of gravitated towards Deadshot because I'm a big fan of shooting guns and big crit builds. You can use the juggling mechanic to get 100% crit chance, and then from there, do big damage.
The knowledge that we gained.
Well, shout out to these content creators for getting to play.
It gave us like a little taste of what it's going to be like when we got like a bigger community to share the game with.
Now listen, how about a team up?
With the studio made the Arkham series, we were very much focused on single character, single perspective. And with this game, we saw that opportunity to get the community more involved.
I like that little transition.
For us, it was about expanding and enhancing into something new and different. And we wanted this experience to be shared with more than just one person.
One of the coolest experiences in the game is when you're playing with friends and each character can tackle the problems that you're facing together differently.
You are learning how to overcome challenges together.
I would also just like to be free roaming around the city with my friends and
to be able to complement each other.
I'm on one end,
each of them is
my
moving
friend's on the other
differently.
end.
Sometimes another character might come in from a direction you don't expect. You can create unintentional
cinematic
moments with your friends.
You use boomerangs.
When you really are in sync with your squad, it's such a special feeling, and I think something I haven't experienced in any other game.
Multiplayer is new for the studio, but it's super exciting because we get to see Rocksteady hallmarks of story-driven game, but from multiple perspectives, and getting to share that with your friends is pretty unique.
We hope you enjoyed episode 2 of Suicide Squad Insider.
Phew, I need a smoke.
When's episode 3?
I need more therapy.
In our next episode, we'll take a look at what you can expect from our game after launch.
This is the biggest cinematic experience that Rocksteady has ever created, with more hours of cinematic cutscenes than ever before. But I think we leave the setting of our story open enough that for post-launch content, players will be excited to come back and find out what we're going to do next.
You,
give me a tease.
Know
Give me a little hint.
I do.
I don't think players are ready for the new playable characters they're going to get, or even the places they're going to get to take them.
This game is much bigger than the world of the Suicide Squad. Rocksteady will continue to build on the story.
We're delivering you a full game, but for those that want to go further, we're going to have lots of new updates that are free to our players, and we really want to engage with our community to give them new experiences regularly.
At the end of the game, everyone goes, wow, this was a hell of a ride. Let's play again.
I want to see more of the league. I want to see more of the league. There was some stuff that I was interested in. You know, there's some stuff I'm not 100% sure about. I really do want to see what the plans are post-launch, like what they're going to do in terms of new characters. Obviously, again, I know there's been some stuff going on online. I try to stay away from spoilers. I try to stay away from leaks. I'm going to try and be weary of the comment section of this video for that exact reason. But I am interested. I mean, that locker says Deathstroke. If that is a tease of a DLC character to come, I would be very excited. The only thing I'm also hoping is that we can just get a bit more, like, I just want to see a whole cutscene with the league doing their thing, you know, like, is there anything that happens at the beginning of the game that where we can see kind of the league pre-corruption? I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to episode 3, especially since they mentioned that that's going to go into some of the stuff that they're going to be doing post-launch. That's going to be pretty key for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It's going to be rather important for this game to have that longevity, right? They want to have this game be something that you return to. But also, man, there was a whole section for content creators that got to play this game. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay. But all right. Hey, with that being said, let me know your thoughts here in the comments section below. What do you think about episode 2 of the Suicide Squad Insider? With that being said, I've been Caboose, and I'll see you guys later.